Hello. Today I want to talk a little bit about a topic I often find in Linux social media. It's the question if developers of Linux distributions, Linux apps, or Linux desktop environments should listen more to the users. They often complain that developers decide something that the users don't want, especially if it's something new. So, for example, Canonical and Ubuntu, they have a problem with snaps. Yes, that's not true. They don't have a problem with snaps, but Ubuntu users often have a problem with the implementation of snaps, or because they are forced to use snaps. And so they say, why does Canonical or Ubuntu not listen to the user? The user does not want snaps. You can read that on social media, in chats, on forums. How could we know if this opinion is the opinion of the majority of Ubuntu users? And it's the same with the GNOME desktop. There are so many aggressive statements in social media about the GNOME desktop. And the same question, why don't they listen to the user? So the question is, should they listen? And I would say no, they should not listen. We're talking about open source. Open source means freedom. And this is not only the freedom of choice for the user, it's the freedom for the developer to do whatever the developer or a team of developer thinks is right. Even if I say this is wrong, it's a bad decision, I hate it, they have the right to do it. And this is because it's open source. You, as a user, you can complain, you can tell them that you don't like something, and maybe they listen, maybe they think about it, and maybe they change something because they see that they are on a wrong path. But maybe they don't care. They read what you write, but they don't care because it's against their own vision. And if that's the case, it's all right that they don't listen, because it's their right to do what they want. We, as users, are only consumers. Let's put it this way. If you are able to change something, you can take the source code and make it your own, as Linux Mint does, as Manjaro does, as some other derivatives do. Let's take Linux Mint, for example. They also were not very happy about Ubuntu, and they decided not to complain and try to force Ubuntu to change things. They developed their own system. That's Linux Mint, as we know. So this is the freedom you have if you have the ability to change something by yourself. But you cannot force Ubuntu, Arch Linux, Debian, or any other operating system or distribution, if you will, to do what you like, because this makes no sense. Maybe another person loves what you hate. Maybe the other person hates what you love. So it's very difficult for developers to know what you like at the end, or not what you like at the end, what most of the users like. Think about artists, for example, musicians. Would you try to convince AC/DC that they should include harmony vocals like the Eagles do? This is absolutely ridiculous. Or would you try to convince the Eagles to harder music like AC/DC? The Eagles would say, why should we? If you like to hear hard rock, please feel free and listen to AC/DC or Deep Purple. But we're not a hard rock band. We are the Eagles and we like harmony vocals. Would you try to convince Stephen King to write history romance novel? No, you would not. If you don't like the books of Stephen King, you will not buy them, you will not read them, but you will not try to convince Stephen King that he should write novels as you like. It's a very tough topic, and I know that some of my viewers will not agree, but that's also okay. This is my opinion, and if you don't share this opinion, this is also okay. It's the same with YouTube channels. There's always one or another person who suggests topics for my channel, also on my German channel. And sometimes I feel that's a good idea, and sometimes I feel that this video would not be me. I could shoot it. I could make a video about the topic, but this would not be what I am interested in, and this would be a problem for me. So this is the same. What I do on my channel is I offer something to you, and I hope that you like it. See ya.